Story 1. Should I be concerned about my girlfriend's work colleague? I have recently started to be concerned about my girlfriend and her coworker and wanted some advice to see if it's all in my head or if something might be going on. I have been with my partner for just over a year and everything has been pretty much great. No arguments, enjoy the same activities, etc. Recently, my girlfriend has been coming home from work and during our conversations I've noticed a certain male coworker coming up in conversation. At first, I didn't really pay much attention to it as it was just talk about work or some small personal life stuff. A couple of weeks ago she brought this male coworker up in conversation again and she proceeded to tell me a story he told her. The story was about an incident regarding his private parts. To be fair, the story was funny, but it left me thinking that this story was highly inappropriate to be having with a female coworker, my girlfriend, because I know I wouldn't talk to a female coworker about my private parts. After this conversation I must have gone quiet, which I didn't realize I did. Later that evening my girlfriend asked if she had upset me. At first, I say no because I didn't realize at the time it had affected me. However, she got really upset and said that she thought the conversation earlier had upset me. The next day, I realized that the conversation must have affected me more than I thought, so I had a chat with her about it, saying that I felt it was an inappropriate conversation to have with a colleague. She said that I don't need to worry about him and that she loves me. Over the last couple of weeks, the coworker has never come up in conversation, when it used to be daily or every second day. Also, I've noticed that her coworker never likes any of her social media posts anymore after the conversation I've had with her. Now this could be my imagination or me feeling slightly insecure, which I think it is, and I don't have anything to worry about, but I thought I would ask the question. Do I need to be concerned about this coworker? Story 2. 31M, 35F, to admit cheating or no? Hi. My situation is following. I'm a guy in almost a decade-long relationship with my so. We broke up recently for a short period, but we solved the issues and got back together, and now we are doing fine. I did cheat one time in my life, long time ago when we were 6 to 7 months into our relationship. I got hammered and some girl from my city, which I knew from before, gave me oral sex. Disgusting, I know. I am very sorry for the deed. Promptly ended all contact with that girl but decided not to say anything to my so. I committed to change and never cheated again. Fast forward to now, I replied to this other girl's social media text she sent, when me and my so were broken up, but without any ulterior motive, more out of boredom. Pretty soon in the conversation, it became apparent that this other girl is pretty low self-esteem with obsessive tendencies, so I bid her farewell. She did mention she has a boyfriend though. I got back together with my so shortly after. Unfortunately, this other girl continued with social media messages inviting me to meet with her and go to various events, which were all ignored, and one day I even received few SMS messages in the same day with similar invites, which freaked me out, since I don't even have this girl's number and it's apparent she has some mild mental issues at best. One SMS was alluding that she shared my past infidelity with some acquaintance we both know, at least in my interpretation of the message, but it could be anything really. Her communication attempts were severely invasive, all things considered. I replied to her over social media that I'm not up for any meetings in the future, and that I think we wouldn't be compatible to hang out, to which she said she is sorry to hear that but bid me farewell. She is not aware that I am back with my so. Anyhow, that girl doesn't seem balanced as a person, and I think she using drugs regularly and isn't doing well financially. I, on the other hand, I'm very well situated with above-average paid job which she is aware of, and have a pretty healthy lifestyle. From my POV, I have few options. 1. I can admit everything to my so, most probably ending our relationship. This is the least desirable option, since I do care about her greatly and I strive to be the best partner I could to her, and I am simply not the same man who committed that deed long time ago. 2. I can meet up with the other girl to get clarification about her messages and insinuations. Best outcome here in my mind here would be a certain agreement or reassurance between us that she will not, or isn't spreading this info around. Although she doesn't have any evidence about the deed, so obviously I could deny it if she would present it to my so, but I doubt I would even do that because I couldn't go through lying. Anyhow, this would give me the most information to work with. 3. Act like nothing ever happened and proceed with my life. Not happy about this either. Since I do not know what's in this other girl's head, I could very well be sitting on a time bomb. And we all live in the same place, so the entire thing could escalate in any moment. It also maybe couldn't. Anyways, what should I do? Please note that I understand cheating is bullshit and I shouldn't have ever done it in the first place. And I am in this mess because of me. I am perfectly aware of it. Decision not to disclose this to my so was mine. I only know that I never committed infidelity since in time past from the said event certainly proves my conviction, if nothing else. I need your advice because I cannot talk with anyone else. I am not asking you to agree or disagree with my actions. I am just asking for your advice, hopefully constructive, on how to best proceed with this situation to save my relationship, if that's possible. Thank you. Story 3. BF has a second phone and multiple accounts on dating sites. Hello. I have a boyfriend for like 6 months. We meet on a dating site in July 2022. We have great chemistry, great sex and spend every day together. I found it weird that he has 2 phones, so I asked about them and he said that one is personal and the other is from work, but whenever he got a work call or share something from work he did it from his personal phone. I decided to make an account on the site we've met and I discovered that he still got the account. I confronted him and he said he hasn't been using it, even though the site shows when someone was last online. Somehow he lost the work phone, and I was relieved, but after a week another phone appeared, so I started being suspicious again. I made a fake profile and started speaking with him on the site. Then we switched phone numbers and started messaging, sending photos and sexting. We got to the point where we were going to meet, but he just stood me up, the fake profile. Then I decided to get that second phone and I went trough the messages and I saw that he did this with many girls. Chatting, sexting, sending nudes, but stood them up when it was time for them to meet. I confronted him again and I told him I know about the accounts on different sites and the messages between him and other women. He said it's not true, that I don't trust him, that's not what he is doing with that other phone, that he loves me and wants to be with me. I don't understand why he is doing this. He needs validation? He wants to know he still got the juice? Maybe someday he will actually go and meet with these girls? I do have to mention that there is a 10-year age difference. I'm 25 years old. I do love him, he treats me very good, he listens to me, he gives me love and affection, he speaks kindly with me, he makes plans for our future. We are supposed to move together abroad for a year and I'm not sure what to do.